Hello friends, in this video we will be learning NextJS by making a small project. So I will give you the project demo in a second. So the intention of making this video will be and this project will be like you will be learning the basics of a NextJS and how routings are working in NextJS and the benefits that NextJS provides over React.js and other frameworks. So let's have a quick demo of the project that we are going to make now. So this is a app running on localhost 3000. This is a Next.js app, and I will enter my name here. And so my name is Shirayu, and I will click on the submit button. Kindly ignore the styling in this video. I'm not focusing on the styling. I'm just focusing majorly on the Next.js functionalities. So I will click on the submit button, and so there's a loading screen, and it will predict my age, that is 44, and my gender, that is male. So this prediction is happening through an API, which we will see. So I will tell you later how this API, just we are placing our name on the API endpoint and just we are predicting the age and the gender. So let's create our Next.js project by a simple command npx create next app, and then it will ask for my Next.js app. So my Next.js app will be next-practice. That's it. Yes, I will use TypeScript. I will use ESLint. Yes, I will use Tailwind CSS. Yes. 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 No. No. So now my Next.js project is being created. So as we can see, my Next.js project has been created. So this is my Next.js project, which has node modules folder, the src folder, in which page.tsx file is the main file. Like we have app.tsx in a React project. We have gitignore file, the package.json, similar to a React project. So let's open into the directory of our next practice so that we can start our project. Cd next practice. And now we will start the project by the command yarn dev. So we can see that our project has been started on localhost 3000. So let's open the localhost 3000 and refresh it. So this is the landing page of our Next.js project, which is coming from this page.tsx file. Okay, so we don't need all this. We will just remove everything now from here until the footer. Okay, so we have gotten the blank screen now. So let's start writing the landing page, which is entering the username. So we will write h1, enter your name. So we should see that enter your name has appeared here. Now we have to take a form in which the user will submit his name. We will type form, which will have an input value and a button. All right. Okay, so let's start filling these values, and the form value should be the form type should be submit. No, I'm sorry. Uh, the button type should be submit. Type equals to submit. All right. And the button name should be, we can write anything, submit, or we can say predict. All right. Um, okay, kindly ignore my indentation. So the input type should be type equals to text because I'm entering text values here. And we will store the value of the input in a variable named as value same. So for this useState variable, we have to create useState variable here. Const value comma set value equals to useState, and the initial value will be empty. And we can see that useState has been automatically imported by React. So we should write here on change set value. We will write a event dot target dot value. As we know, we have a basic React.js knowledge, and the placeholder for this will be type your name, anything we can say. That's it. And we should see, oh, we got an error. It says that you're importing a component that needs useState. So every time in Next.js, we should, if we are using useState, then we should import a use client on the top of the page, because we are rendering this page on the client side. So we will just simply write, uh-oh, we'll just simply write use client, and we will see the error disappearing. So yes, the error has been disappeared. So we will enter my name. So it is not visible. Let's write a small tailwind CSS class here. Class name equals to text hyphen black. All right, simple. So my this is now going fine. And now I should make the predict button functionality. So button type is submit, and whenever the form is submitted, on submit, we should call a submission function. We can say anything. We can say submission handler. All right. We will create this function now. Const submission handler equals to event, which will be of the type of form event. Because in TypeScript, we are using TypeScript, so we have to initialize the types as well, which will be a form event. So we can see that form event has been imported by itself from React, and which we will first do is event.prevent.default to prevent anything that is not needed. And now we have to, the next task is, and as soon as I fill my name inside is this, and I click on the predict button, it should migrate onto a next page that shows all the predicted values. So I will do is, I will have to use the navigation in this Next.js. So navigation is done by using use router. Import use router from next router. So now let's declare this, initialize this use router in a push variable. Const push equals to use router. I'm sorry, use router parenthesis. So that this is how I can navigate to another page. So before writing where to push, we should know how navigation works in Next.js. So if I, in this app directory, if I create another folder named anything named as ABC, and if I create a page.tsx file inside this folder, page.tsx, and I write a very simple function here, export default function, and I can write the name as ABC is return. In the h1 tag, I will write ABCD. All right. And first of all, we should clear the error which is coming. This is coming because we have just an empty push function. I will comment it for the time, and just focus on this function that I've created in the ABC folder in a page.tsx file. So if I it says that, okay, we will comment out for this also for the time now. Okay, so error is gone. So the navigation will help act like, if I write ABC here, oh sorry, capital A B C, it should show this ABCD. So this is how navigation works in Next.js projects. So I hope you have understood how we are going to do this. And if the values are dynamic, so we will see this now. So okay, so I will create a prediction folder in this, in which I will write my prediction file, prediction, which will accept my this name that I'm using here. It will pass this into a page.tsx file, which I will be creating in this prediction folder. So for that, I need to create another folder named as name. Uh, I have written this in rectangular brackets because it is dynamic and its value can change according to the user's needs. So I will create this folder, and in this I will create a page.tsx file. So what will happen is, as soon as I pass the name from this, sorry, name from here, It will be used as a param in this page.tsx file because of this name. So, okay, so let's start writing this function. Um, Export. So let's first test it out. Okay, we'll write a simple function first. Export default function prediction, which will accept something that I will write now. So I will be sending my name from this file. So let's write this function as well. I will be using push, and where I'm pushing it to prediction in this folder, and what I'm pushing is my value. So I can do this by writing this value. So whatever will be the value, it will migrate onto that route named as prediction slash the particular name. Okay, so so it will be received here, and what will be received is um, I will write an interface of for the params. Interface params is params colon. It will accept a name which will be of type string. That's it. So it will say is I will accept a name params which will be of type params. I hope you have understood. So okay, so let's write these function that will be fetching the data from the APIs. So let me show you what are the APIs doing. So this is a Agify API in which I will enter my name here in this value, or I can enter anybody's name, and it will predict me the age. And same is the genderize API in which I will enter my name or your name, whatever, and it will predict me my gender. All right, we will just use this simple thing. Okay, so let's first write these function. I will write a const predict age function. Predict age equals to async name, which is of type string, equals to, in which I will get my response, and I will await. I will do a fetch for my API, and I will do is I will just simply copy this endpoint, and I will paste it over here. And for the name, I will just do is dollar. Here I will pass my name. So it will accept my name, and I will just do is return response.json. After JSONification, I will return this to the user. Similarly, I have done this for the age. Now I will do it for the gender. I will just simply copy paste this function again. Const predict gender, which will accept name again as an input, and it will do is it will just for the API.genderize. I will just type here genderize. Let me copy genderize. I will paste genderize over here. Okay, so I think everything is fine, and it will predict me the gender of the person. Okay, so let's remove the uh, unneeded spaces. Okay, so one thing I'll see here is first, before returning anything, I have to make a fetch call for these functions. So I will do one thing. Okay, I will do is I will just remove this first for simplification. I will do is export default and prediction. I hope you are familiar with this. There is nothing new in this. Okay, so I will write an async function here, async, because you will see we will making await calls inside this, so we need to make the function async. So first let's declare some variables. Const get age is equals to, it will call this function predict age, in which I will pass params dot name. Now I'm going to predict my gender. I will make another variable const get gender equals to, I will do is predict gender, and I will pass same params dot name over here. That's it. After doing this, these are just variables that will call the function, but to call these variables, I need to create a wait function. What I will do is const, I will create two variables named as age and gender equals to. Now I will make an await call, await, and I will do promise, sorry, dot all, in which I will be doing this. I'll be calling these variables. It will be get age, comma, get gender. So this will serve my purpose and it will predict everything. So let's write this function. Uh, I hope you have understood how we'll be making the API calls, simple API calls. So I will do is to show everything, div. First, I will show the class name. I can do anything. I'm not focusing on the styling. The age is h3, and inside of which will be age. How this age is working? Inside the everything, if age is present, age, I will do is age question mark dot age. All right, because from this function, I'm seeing if this age is present. All right, and for the gender, I will do is gender h3. So for the gender, I will see is in the gender if the gender is present. Simple. I will do is gender question mark dot gender. So I hope this should work. So let's test it. I will go to localhost 3000 first. Okay, we have an error. So this error is because we have using next router. Instead, in the newer version of Next.js, we have to do a simple change. We have to just write a next navigation. So this will solve this. So we can see that it is solved. And if I do is I pass my name, it should predict, but it is not going. Okay, it's going. I'm sorry. So these are so prediction is working. I mean the navigation is working, but let's see why it is not. My age and gender is not predicted. So we got this error. And to solve this error, we will just do one thing. In the new version of Next.js, we have to just type here. Instead of router, we have to type here navigation. So it will solve this error. I hope it solves this error. Okay, let me do one thing. We should refresh, start the server again. So we can see that it has started. And let's come back to this, we will to this page in which we were predicting. So I will do one thing. I will just make two files for this error.tsx in case if there is any error. So I will just write simple functions. First, I will make use of use client because it should be rendered on the client side. Export default function error, and I will just return here error occurred, bro. Okay, and I will make another page for loading as a loading screen, in which I will do the same thing. I will make use of use client and I will export default function loading, in which I will do is loading bro. All right. So I think everything is ready and it should work. So let's test it out. So I will just type my name here and go to the predict. So it is successfully migrated to the prediction page. Okay, so it is working, but my age and gender is the values are not predicting. So let me see why it is happening. So let's first test our API. Um, oh, sorry, the request limit has been reached. So I'm sorry, but for your case, it will work and your age and gender will be displayed here. So I think I'm sorry for this thing, but your project will work fine. So if there are any errors or you are not able to do this, so you can write me down in the comment section. So I hope you found this video helpful and made some learning out of it with this small project. And that's it for this video. Thank you.